Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another exciting video. Today we're going to be making a vegetable bouquet, and like y'all know, we say do it yourself at home. So we got some yellow squash, we got some zucchini, we got cucumbers, turnips, beets, red bell peppers, radish, we got ourselves some kale, a honeydew fruit, food coloring, some bamboo skewers, we got the tools, we got ourselves a mandolin, and we got some ice water and some room temperature water. So let's get started. All right guys, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be making these cucumbers into a flour just by making a upside down V, or you could say M's, or just creating a shape of a crown. So here we go. Just pull it apart and it comes out like this. After that, we're going to take our knife and we're going to pare a little of the skin. So you could actually fold it back like that, gently, without breaking it. But we're gonna place it in the ice water for it to open up. So that's what we're gonna be doing. All right guys, now that we've got all our cucumbers in the ice water, those are just gonna stay there until they opens up and becomes crispy. We're gonna take this yellow squash and we're gonna be making some leaves. Like we said, we're creating a bouquet. So I'm just gonna cut a piece of it off almost to the center. And as you see how gently I'm going, not applying too much force on it. I'm just gonna make the shape of a leaf. Just by cutting the vegetable into that oval shape. So this would be the base, bottom of the leaf and the top of the leaf. So what I like to do is make the center vein, and I'm not going too far down. I'm just trying to take that piece out, and then I'm gonna start making those little veins. You got one side down, and then do the other side. It's just basically the same thing. And I'm going to do this same procedure with the zucchini. So it's going to be looking like that. Place it in the ice water, and I'm going to repeat the same step. I could use this tool and just make that center cut, and I could just go like that. And I would still get some leaves. I like to use my knife because it gives me a sharper flare. Alright guys, so now that we got the zucchini, yellow squash, cucumbers, see how they're getting open. Now that we've got that going, I'm going to do the same thing like what I did with the cucumber to the red bell pepper. Get some radish, red radish. I'm just gonna be doing it's like I'm peeling off the skin, and then it's sure to open up. And you could do it in many ways. Slip the top off if you wanna, and just hold your knife and peel the skin away with just a little bit of the flesh. Alright guys, so now that we've completed those vegetables, I'm going to get my turnip, and I'll be cutting the top and the bottom off and then I'm gonna peel the turnip. If you notice, I'm not peeling it in a round shape like you normally do. It's more of a long or oval or cylinder kind of shape. So I completely change the shape of the fruit. I'm gonna take my knife and remove those veins, the lines that comes down. Have a few of these. I'm just gonna go ahead and make some slice. You want to be very careful with this mandolin because it can cut you.
Let me show you something.
So now that we have these slices, I'm just gonna go ahead and make some flour using toothpicks. Alright guys, so now that we got our slices, we are just going to place our finger on it, make a little fold. We're gonna get a toothpick. We're gonna be pinning and run it through so it stays like that. You don't want the slices to be too thick, otherwise it's gonna be very hard to fold it. So that's what you're gonna have after you fold it. We're just gonna go one more time, fold it over. And you're probably wondering, where am I pinning the toothpick? So I go in, go up, and then I go back in. And you could also pin it from the outside just by folding it. Pin it from the back right to the front and then down. So I'm kind of like turning the toothpick as I pick the leaf or vegetable. Alright guys, so now that I've completed all these little flower petals, I was kind of having difficulty pinning them down because my mandolin, unfortunately, does not go any thinner. So petals were a little bit too thick and they were unable to fold over how I want them to. So what you can do is you could just get some warm water and you could put a little salt in it, and you could drop the slices inside that salt water and leave it there for a few minutes, probably 3 minutes. And after that, you can take them out, wash them off in some room temperature water, and they'll be able to fold easily. As you can see, as thick as this is, it's folding right now. So that's basically what I had to do. So now that I've completed that, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna add some food coloring. And you might want to wear gloves when you're doing this part, just so your fingers don't get all dirty. Right, now that I've done that, I'm just gonna take one of these and just mix it around a little. What you see that in here is actually, it's adapting the color, so it's absorbing all the food color, and then you get these little yellow looking petals. Like you need some more food coloring.
Let me show you something.
So go ahead and add some more in it. I'm just gonna mix it around a little. I'm gonna try to put them all in it. Save me a few of them so I could, and then you could actually just dip the edges in for some, and you don't have to have it in white, in yellow or white. It could be any color that you choose.
Let me show you something.
Put that over there. Let it dry a little. Keep these at the side. Alright, so now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and make me some beet rolls. This is one of my favorite, guys. So I'm just making an oval shape. Paring away some of the flesh with the skin. My hands are gonna get dirty from all these beet. Alright, so this is how I make my flour.
Let me show you something.
I'm just gonna hold the fruit, the vegetable. If y'all have seen that video with the my first watermelon sculpture video, it's basically the same procedure when making this beet flour. So you want to get a good grip on the beet.
Let me show you something.
Alright guys, so as we get to the very center, it's where you want to be more careful. As you see, as I work the knife up and down, removing the parts that I don't need, or pieces that I don't need. Try to be as detailed as I can, so you end up with a beet rose or flower. So I'm gonna do the same thing with one of the turnip. So while that is getting drained, I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up this chopping board so I can get ready for the next step. Alright guys, so one thing that I forgot to mention is that an apple. So I'll be using this fruit to create a flower that I'm about to use with the turnips. So I'm just gonna take them, I'm gonna place them inside the apple. I'm gonna go all the way around. Alright guys, so now that I've completely removed all the vegetables that I've carved out from the water, that's how the cucumber looks. And you got your radish, they're all open. So now I'm going to create a base with the honeydew fruit. You could use cantaloupe, watermelon, or whatever fruit you have. Get a platter or a plate, whatever you wish to use. And you're gonna set it on it. And this is where I get my bamboo skewers. But, these are actually way too long, so I'll take a few of them. Take my picture and I'm gonna cut them in half. That's the length you want from just peeling off a little of the skin, just so it becomes easier when I am sticking the bamboo skewers in. Take two of these and I'm going to insert it all the way in the apple. After that, take the cucumber and stick it. Take the zucchini. I like to use two bamboo skewer at a time, just so it stays firm. There you have it. Just a simple garnish vegetable bouquet. You could basically use it for a birthday party, family get together, or just whatever event you're having. You're having friends or family over. So thank you guys for watching another exciting video.